check up when the checks come. My pockets looking blessed up. All the talking never stressed us. They talking like they jealous of me. They talking like they never love me. They talking like they next door.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned in to the NFL.
With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night between the Arizona Cardinals and the Seattle Seahawks. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. On first down, it's Smith. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Smith on third down, and he's got Bennett. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. Well, and you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big.
That's what they were aiming for. You want to keep moving the sticks, get into a rhythm, gain confidence as you go along. And right now, mission accomplished.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing on third down, Smith. And over the middle to the tight end, Bennett. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sidelines thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it third down. A first carry now for Paul Perkins. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
So that first quarter touchdown does much more than just give them momentum. I mean, this is probably going to go a long way towards erasing what's gone down with them in the last couple of games where they lost both of them.
Yeah, they were struggling going into the open week. Maybe that open week came at a good time.
Sometimes you just have to get away, right? I wonder if they just took the whole philosophy of take the week, get out of here, let's come back and regroup fresh.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. Seven yards to go on second down. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
This is Logan looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So second and 10 here. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really, should he have to absorb that one? He had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him.
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. Third and long, it's Newton. Being chased out left. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gordon. So the offense has it first and 10. They'll run it now out of the guns. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expected to come after the quarterback, but in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player, so he can't get outside of you.
Steps away to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Ray Armstrong able to get in there and drop him for a 2-yard loss.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. From the gun, here's Newton. Now Justin Tucker's out to try the field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Benson Mayowa in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
All right, partner, let's go back over the last couple of plays. Sack, loss of yards on a running play. Not exactly the sequence that an offensive coordinator gets comfortable with when calling plays.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Schmidt on to punt as he sends it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Cards will take over, 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't...
Touchdown, Cardinals! Mark Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 2 minutes to play here in the 1st half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Larry Ridley will have all the highlights and analysis of this 1st half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. And now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their 1st, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And taken right on the 30. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Here's Newton now on 2nd down. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Out of the gun, Newton. And this one's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. J.J. Watt in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton. Now they go screen. It's complete. Now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, the All-Pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these 2 teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And now here's a carry heading left. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Charles, this was the 27th ranked rushing attack coming in. That play sort of shows why.
Yeah, and I have to admit that I'm a little bit surprised because they have talent on the line. They've got talent in the backfield, but for whatever reason, they can't mesh it together and make progress.
Okay, so Larry apparently giving us the silent treatment all of a sudden, and we're going to skip ahead to quarter number 3. They will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
On the carry, it's Logan. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
White, the man in motion. In motion right is White. On second down, Ingram. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down and 6.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Forced out to his left. He can run, but I think the ball's out. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Ingram. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Mark Ingram unable to get past the marker. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. We become so accustomed to it, you sort of take it for granted.
You really do, but he is so good that every team in his division every year is trying to make sure they draft people charged with trying to block J.J. Watt. So far, hasn't been too successful.
Second down, offense behind the sticks here. 2nd and 13. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 more yards there and another first down.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 3rd down, Newton dancing to his left. Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. Ingram again. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Newton now to throw. Being chased out left. And he's going to go out of bounds, taking it down inside the 25.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Newton. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. Two division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Newton. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 4th down, Newton. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive. They'll run here with Ingram, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And this seemingly endless drive continues. And again, it's Ingram. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They'll look to run with Ingram, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
Well, that was absolutely ideal for them, wasn't it? Trying to salt this game away. I think one of my kids just graduated in the amount of time they had the football. That was absolutely impressive.
Everybody wants those salt away the game drives. What makes them successful?
Well, when you're able to mix run-pass, when you're able to control the football and stay ahead of the chains, I'm using every cliche I know, but that's how you get it done because you're not taking negative plays, and that way you're able to run what you want to run when you get a chance to call it.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling. Now Smith. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Now it's Smith. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. He's at the 40, the 20. And he takes it down deep into Arizona territory. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Smith now to throw. His pass caught at the 4. That's good for a gain of 6. Second and goal. Smith trying to get him to the line quickly with the clock rolling. And with the clock ticking under 50 seconds now, he spikes it. They gotta have 6 here. It's third and goal. Smith. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. So the field goal means we're back to a one-score game, but with no timeouts left, I think this has to be an onside kick.
I like your analysis there, partner. I think you're right. You need the ball back. That's probably your only avenue.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now. This one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
A road win in the National Football League.